What is up, guys? It's me, Waifu Belector, still the only fair human on Earth, even in 2025. And here we are for the first video of the year. And you know, there's a lot of big stuff coming this year, not the least of which being GTA 6, assuming it releases on time. But even among the monstrous release of Grand Theft Auto 6 and a ton of good and great games that'll be coming out this year, there is an entirely separate monstrous release that will likely happen this year. An entirely new console release. The highly anticipated and long overdue Nintendo Switch 2. So I just want to do a bit of jabbering about this as a way to ease us into 2025, go over some of the more notable rumors about this console, how likely they might be, and ultimately what there is to possibly get excited about. So let's do this. Of course, if you end up enjoying this, please remember to give the video a like and consider subscribing. Thanks in advance. Alright, let's chat. Now, we've known for some time that the Switch successor was on its way, and we've had fake rumors out the wazoo for years. Until about late 2023, we started to hear the truth. We started to get some real stuff. And now we all but know that the new console is coming this year in 2025. And we're starting to get more and more truer feeling details about the Switch 2. Everything isn't 100%, everything isn't locked in, but what is more or less for certain is that we will definitely, at the very least, be introduced to the console this year, and more than likely will be able to purchase it before the year is up. But in addition to that knowledge, I just want to talk about some of these rumors and what there might be to get excited for in regard to this new console. One of these rumors is very recent and alleges when the console will be revealed, as well as its official name. So they're saying that the console is in fact called the Switch 2, and that it'll be revealed this month in January 2025. So we're allegedly about to be seeing this thing very soon. We'll see if that's true. And as for the name, maybe they just thought it's better not to complicate things. Don't want muddy names that confuse grandparents, you know? The Xbox Series X and S next to the Xbox One X. It's just a jumble of words and letters that confuse people. If you've just got the Switch and the Switch 2, what's there to be confused about? Now, the reveal in January thing sounds like it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but I could also see the timetable being a little bit off. However, the name of the console, I believe, but I'm still not 100% sold on. I think I believe that it's called the Switch 2 like 99%, but that 1% of disbelief is just me having been sold on the fictitious fan name of Super Nintendo Switch. What can I say? I like that name, even if there was never anything to back it up and we completely made it up. But anyway, now as far as games go for this thing, it's all guesses for the most part. But of course, we know the main franchises will all eventually be present. But another rumor states something that I've guessed at for years at this point, that Mario Kart 9 will in fact be a launch title for the Switch 2. And this is unproven, it's really not backed up by much, but I do believe it, simply because it makes sense. I honestly don't know if I've said it before on one of my videos, but for years I've said it to friends of mine that I believed Mario Kart 9 would launch with or very close to the release of the Switch 2. And this rumor is alleging just that. Obviously, you need a new shiny game for people to buy when they get their new shiny console, so they can feel validated in their purchase. But this is Nintendo we're talking about, so it was always gonna be something Mario more than likely. But if Mario's the biggest franchise you can use, why not also use the biggest series the franchise has at its disposal? Mario Kart. No kidding. Outside of GTA, Mario Kart might be the biggest thing that can come out next to a console release. I mean, Mario Kart 8 is literally like the 5th highest selling game of all time. It was in the top 10 of game sales every month for over half a decade. So yeah, this just makes sense. But then again, when has Nintendo ever cared to really make sense? Well, Probably right now during an upcoming console release where they're trying to avoid another Wii U situation. You know, where you completely flub the easy slam dunk off of the phenomenon console you have. This time it seems they won't let that happen. But that'll lead into the next rumor we talk about in a sec. Real quick, let's stick with games a bit longer because the Switch 2 may be swinging even harder than just Mario Kart. What else do they have to really be a system seller? We just got Tears of the Kingdom, so we're not getting another Zelda. But who needs it when you've got a brand new Pokemon game to sell? Yes, Pokemon Legends ZA, the fucking game that got announced with no info and then faded into the ether. It just so happens to be lining up with the release of a brand new Nintendo console. And whether you care or not, you're probably aware that Pokemon is no fucking slouch in the gaming industry, and anything they frame as a big game is indeed a console seller. So while I don't think Pokemon will launch super close to the Switch 2 release, I think it'll just be a few months off to give people some breathing room to collect some more money to give Nintendo, but I do think it'll be part of that initial rollout. We'll hear about it almost at the same time that we see the console for the first time. But now let's talk about the console itself, because everyone, including me, has just been saying, just make a more powerful Nintendo Switch. That's all we need. We don't need some jank ass Google Glass controller that I wear on my face and can make Mario drive the cart by looking, or whatever dumb crazy shit Nintendo is gonna try. Just do what you did, but better. Simple. And according to rumors, it would appear that that's what's happening. I think they're saying the overall machine is a little bit bigger, but specifically the Joy-Cons. So anybody with big hands can have a bit of an easier time. Allegedly, the Joy-Cons also don't slide on anymore, no more slide and click. Apparently, they magnetically lock in now, probably producing some sort of similar click sound, I would imagine. I'd also imagine that the magnets themselves are pretty strong. You know, you don't want the controllers just falling off the screen while you're playing. But yeah, they also say this is a substantially more powerful machine. And this was an old rumor, but it's been reaffirmed recently by newer leakers. Apparently, the Switch 2 is about as powerful as a PS4 Pro. Now, some of you might say, PS4? That's not good. But here's the thing. Nintendo consoles are complementary to your primary console or PC. Nintendo is running their own race and trying to make it so that whichever gaming machine you have, alongside that machine, you still have a Switch or Switch 2 in this case. So they aren't trying to go head to head in terms of power with PlayStation and Xbox. The power for a Nintendo console just generates further efficiency for their machine and further enhancements for their games. So yes, GTA 6 is gonna look way better on PC and PS5. Hell, it might not even run on Switch 2 until years later. But remember some PS4 era games. The Last of Us Part 2, God of War, Horizon, third-party games like Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2. That level of fidelity, detail, draw distance, scale is now applicable to Nintendo properties. With the wizards over at Nintendo utilizing that with their precision, their innovation, their art styles, they aren't running on such a potato anymore. Imagine a Pokemon game that could be as dense as Horizon. It'd be great. That's the kind of thing that's coming out of this, and it's worth getting excited about, in my opinion. But more or less, that's all of the substantial rumors about the Switch 2 and what you can expect from it. Of course, there will also be smaller games that come out near its release too. They won't exactly be system sellers for most, but I'm willing to bet there will be some cool shit. I mean, listen, man. Even without all of the other games that are coming out in 2025, just GTA 6 and the Switch 2 alone are gonna make this year insane. But yeah, okay. Let me know what you think of any of this. I'd love to read your comments about it. Are you excited for a Switch 2? How many of these rumors do you believe? Do you think there will be a Switch 2 version of GTA 6? Whatever comes to your mind, put it in the comments. And please remember to give a thumbs up if you actually enjoyed this video. It helps out. And you can also subscribe if you really enjoyed this video and love video games. But even if you don't, thanks for watching. And until next time, I am Waifu Belector. I am just a normal guy. I like hentai, and I really want Mario Kart 9. Goodbye.